only the two.
You're right. Yes, of course. That's worth pointing out. Definitely. Right back in. That really was a special delivery from Mohammed Amir, and shows why they've been so much more watchful against him.
Yeah. Tournament. Khalil Ahmed, not that Khalil Ahmed, says, one for Knuckle, isn't it crazy as non-resident Asians how we sound so British until we start saying Asian names or Asian...
Here's Amir.
सही है
तारिक खिलजी का अपना
बहुत शुक्रिया तारिक साहब
वही साहब
जी 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 जी
replaced by this man
Hassan Ali Doobie Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie Doo.
Can we have the remix?
Well, for his second spell.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I'm going to have to wait so long. Here is Hassan Ali Doobie Doo, and again, as Warner comes across his stumps and tries to turn it into the onside, he can't really get any bat on it.
Just reminded as Warner sort of dropped that down on his pads, he's one of the batsmen who's been reprieved by the super heavy Bales in this World Cup.
Yes.
5 times in 14 games.
That's a lot, isn't it? Well, if you want to get those heavy Bales off, you've got to bowl a heavy ball.
Oh, yes, good point. Could do with Ryan Harris for that, amongst others.
What a bowler.
And very heavy with his ball. 27 for no wicket. We've had eight dot balls now.
An interesting point raised after this ball.
Stanley right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Warner. Warner jabs down on a full delivery. Hafiz runs around at mid-wicket to field, and there is no run.
Do we actually need Bales in international cricket anymore? We can tell when it's hit the stumps.
Well, with zing stumps.
But, you know, Bales are... You get things happening with Bales, like with Jofra Archer last week when he bowled... who was it? He bowled on... whatever day it was.
Oh, the one that hit the bail and went for 6.
It was... I've forgotten who it was now. Anyway.
I think it might have been Sumya.
Yeah, it was Sumya, and it went for 6. Yes, oh, now that's a lovely delivery by Hassan across Warner, and then just nibbling further away from him. He was onto the back foot, and he gives a broad grin at having been beaten by that one. But now he's going down the pitch and giving it a bit of work. Can't imagine that it's cutting up too much.
Evil Scooter says, I'm not sure issuing the challenge for the gatekeepers of the newbie tweet readers to up their game is the strongest tactic.
Stopped by Hassan Ali as he follows through his left hand. He stuck it out. He's always injured himself a little bit there, but that is the end of the over. Just a single from it. So as I say, just 1 run from 2 overs. A good comeback from Pakistan.
Yeah, Pakistan have somewhat remedied the damage done in that Shaheen over and got things back on control.
Shaheen trying to bowl back of a length, and he even though he is quick, the Taunton pitch is so friendly.
Yeah.
That it's just if you see it early, you can put it away. I mean, he was pulled through mid-wicket.
Well, he was bowling a length where he was hoping to get the ball round the grill, but it was just coming up through the chest, and that's just hit me for these two batsmen.
Yeah. Chad Heifler says, thoughts on Jai Richardson coming into the Australian lineup? Money on a Pakistan upset? I don't know if it'd be that much of an upset, would it?
Jai Richardson, it's Kyle Richardson. Kane Richardson. I keep calling him Kyle, but I'll probably do that when he's bowling. But anyway, we shall see as Amir continues. Slips go down, and he sends that down the leg side, which is a little bit off target. It will be a wide, so Australia pick up a single.
Yeah, Kane Richardson replaced Jai Richardson, who was ruled out with an injury.
Yes, he didn't even make it to England, did he? I don't think, Jai Richardson.
No, he didn't.
As we look at some of the balls that discomforted Warner from Bumrah the other day, and indeed from Kuldeep.
We've just got kind of a Warner batting shit montage.
Yes, which is always good fun. Amir in again to Warner. This one again angled down the leg side, and he plays it well, times it.
That showed me.
It runs away past square leg, and he'll pick up 4 runs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just occurred to me that Warner had a very similar start to the IPL. He scored runs in the first 2 or 3 games, but he looked terrible.
Well, he scored runs at a good pace in the first game, and then had a row where he scored very, very slowly.
Where he looked like he has in this, and then he got his form back and ended up top run scorer in the tournament.
That's
so
right.
Maybe that's an omen.
It's curious, isn't it? This one he defends on the front foot. It flies off a thick inside edge behind square leg. Hafiz fields again. They take a single.
Yeah, he was made to look like a rank plodder by Johnny Bairstow.
Well, he did. I mean, there were a couple of games, weren't there, when he got the toilet
It's
paper.
a man with
Real
toilet
Fred has
paper.
brought it. He got to 50 a couple of times quite quickly in the power play in the IPL, and then just couldn't seem to go on.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't really like that. He was just Laz Knuckle says 2 really, really slow 50s in the sort of second and third games. One when Bairstow was smashing it everywhere.
Well, yes, but I've got there a couple of times when he just couldn't seem to time the ball after that, when the pace was off it a little bit. This is defended into the onside by Finch, and there is no run.
But yeah, he remedied that pretty quickly and was leading run scorer at a good overall strike rate.
And did they make the playoffs in the end?
The Sunrisers.
Hard to remember, isn't it?
Yes, it is very hard to remember.
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did.
It was Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, and yes, they did just sneak into
They did sneak in, but then they only played 1 game.
They lost to Delhi in the.
That's right.
In the eliminator.
And he was still highest run scorer in the tournament.
Amir in once more to Finch, and Finch glides this off thick outside edge down to third man. Shaheen does the fielding, and he takes another single. Australia 35 for no wicket, and we're into the 7th over of the first batting power play.
One hand says 2 spare Osvi Pack gold tickets sat together for today. Will take officers cannot use. Please spread the word, and I have retweeted that. Khalil says Ree Vahavan Hassan. They chose who bowls based on who bowled the best spell to Shane Watson in the 2015 World Cup, I believe.
I thought it wouldn't be long before that came up.
Chris the Choir says easier to spot the Australians today. Mental image of the pigeons lining up on the roof of the stand going, okay chaps, target the ones in the lurid green and gold tops.
They're quite lurid, aren't they? I don't mind their
I'll come on to that famous Wahab Riyab spell in a second.
Amir to the left-handed Warner, and Warner is once more forward. Once more it moves enough to catch a thick inside long leg.
Famed spell from Wahab Riaz against Shane Watson. He finished up with 2 for 54 off 9. He didn't get Watson out, and they lost the game.
No, but he did have Watson drop at long leg.
I know, but I think that spell is slightly overhyped.
Well, I mean, that's the Wahab all over. He bowls brilliantly and then gets nothing for it.
I do think that, all these things, I mean, there is so much written and spoken about cricket and sport in all its forms that you do get these things overhyped.
A lot of it's well, we're
responsible.
Contributing as best we can.
Absolutely. Amir into Finch. He gets up on his toes as he goes back to defend this straight back to the bowler. And that is the end of the 7th over. Australia going along at just over 5 and over, are 36.
Score predictor 336. Does that look a bit high from what we've seen of the wicket so far?
Well, I thought it was high the other
Time.
Yes, that's a good point. I don't remember it. My first tournament was 75, and I went to the 75 final. And my first memory of that was Roy Fredericks hitting a 6, but also stepping on his stumps. Wahab is into the attack, and the first ball is turned behind square by Finch. They want to, but we'll get only one. We could have a Wahab jingle shortly.
Yes, we could. Sorry, I was still trying to think of my first. World Cup memory, but in fact, here's Wahab.
Rerun it, I say rerun it. Highlights of it the other day, actually, just before the World Cup started, and I'd forgotten that Australia lost 5 run-outs in that game. I knew there was a couple, and I'd forgotten that it was Jeff Thompson, the final wicket, who was run out by the wicketkeeper, sort of standing back.
And then I guess the crowd stampeded the pitch.
Oh, absolutely. It was spilling onto the pitch anyway. I think I was over the boundary rope to start with, defended on the front foot, into the cover. No, I think in those days...
It was a glorious synchronised flailing no from Finch and Warner. They took a about 3 steps down the track and then said, no, let's not.